It's Mopar Keith. So it's about lunchtime, but I thought I'd come down and check on Chris. He's working on the 69 RT. And this is, I believe this is our first coat of primer filler or polyester spray primer. And it's a really thick build. And we're trying to get the lines a little more defined. And when they're not quite so defined, we like to use masking tape. It just kind of helps, and you can run it down the side of the body like a pinstripe. And you can see Chris is using a linear block and with your typical traditional crosshatch pattern. And this car has been a real bugger because the AMD panels are not stamped very well. So it took us a while with the filler to get it just right. And we used tape when we did the filler work also. Let's check out the other side here. So looks like he sanded pretty much all of this down. And we're gonna do another spray primer, and I'll come over here and show you the guide coat that we use. Just a dry guide coat. This Mirka dry guide coat. You just shake it up, put it on. So it's a lot faster and maybe a little more efficient than the spray can guide coat. So Chris, so you got your mask on, sorry to disturb, but what do we got going here today? What grit are you using right now?
I'm using 180.
180 grit on the linear?
Yes.
And is this the Norton paper or the 3M?
This is 3M.
This is the 3M 180 here.
With the sticky back.
With the sticky back. Sometimes we do use the Norton paper, but I guess it's just whatever's available at the time. I'm not too picky on the sticky, but Norton is maybe a little more economically priced, but the 3M works really good. And we like to use the 3M stuff when it comes to wet sandpaper too. Yeah. So you've got the masking tape on there now.
Correct.
You're gonna block on that for a little while.
Yep.
Then are you gonna flip the tape to the other side?
Yes, I will run it down along the underside of the line, and then later on we'll go through, once we've defined it both ways, and we will go through before we're about to prime, make sure that the guide coat is gone, and just take a smooth block and just kind of run over it to level it out between, because there's two different peaks there, so we'll level that out and then do another coat of primer on it, and then
so we kind of, I guess we could call it kind of dumb down the point.
Yes.
We don't want it to be like a super sharp point, so we'll kind of dumb it down a little bit. But while we're working on it, it's nice to keep it sharp. That way the guide coat kind of defines it. And the thing about the Chargers, 68, 9, and 70 second gen Chargers, there are so many lines on this door. It's incredible on all the ways that the lines meet. They've got a body line on the bottom, then you got the two scallops, and then we got the line in the middle. So you have all these converging lines, and they all have to match, and it has to be uniform from side to side on the car. But yeah, lots of work. But if you're gonna put your name on it, you gotta do it right. Is there anything else you wanna add? So you did a really good job. Go ahead and open that door once. Hold on here, we'll break this tape here. There we go, all right. So lots of work on the door jambs. We did a lot of welding to bring the gaps correctly. One thing you can notice here, and we'll define these a little bit better, but you can see where we've had to add right through here to make the gap nice and consistent. So go ahead and shut that door. You can see how nice that shuts, and we will keep the striker and the door latch in there throughout the build. So this is the J6 or bright green metallic. And this thing was pretty rusty, lots of AMD metal in it, but it is a real RT. So this will have a black vinyl top, black RT stripe on the back, black interior, buckets, floor shift. So we've had this on the rotisserie and got primer everywhere. We did the seam sealer, didn't we? Yeah, we did the seam sealer in the trunk, seam sealer around the wheel wells and stuff. See the Dutchman, the rear window chrome was not easy. The stampings on this AMD stuff is not great, so we definitely had to do a lot of improvement on the gapping and test fit that chrome numerous times. But you see everything's been spot welded, seam sealed. But the classic 69 Charger in one of the greatest colors ever invented, in my opinion. So, well, Chris, it's lunchtime. I just heard the 12 o'clock whistle blow, and we'll continue on this later. Thanks for watching, everybody.